And that gets us to the Pledge of Allegiance. We don't have our student board members. Saddest of days. So for our Pledge of Allegiance, may we have... Oh, the principal of Stratford, Dr. Pratt, is here, and it's his birthday. Thank you. Saw you back there. So, thank you. So, Dr. Pratt, will you please, this one? If you will please do the Pledge of Allegiance for us.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Thank you for the heads up. Well, I thought I saw you in the audience, but I didn't know it was your birthday, so happy birthday. And great job. All right, so do I have a motion to adopt the agenda as listed?
I make a motion to adopt the agenda as listed.
All right, do I have a second?
Second.
All right, it's been first and seconded. Do we have any discussion? All right, seeing none, all those in approval of adopting the agenda as listed, please raise your hand. All right, that's unanimous. So that gets us to, thank you so much, probably the most exciting part of our board meeting, which I'm sure is why most of you are here, we're glad to see you, is our awards and recognitions. And for that, I will turn it over to our Director of Schools, Dr. Adrian Battle.
Thank you, Chair Rod, and good evening, board members. Before I start with awards and recognitions, I'd like to pay my respects to Charles O. Frazier, a former superintendent of MNPS, who passed away on April 20th at the age of 94. Mr. Frazier served in Nashville Public Schools for 38 years, 12 of them as superintendent of the district from 1980 to 1992. He started his career as a teacher at the former West End High School in 1954 before the consolidation of Nashville and Davidson County, and later went on to take on administrative roles within the district, helping to lead us through some tumultuous times in public education. In 1987, he was named the Tennessee Superintendent of the Year by TSBA and TOSS. Mr. Frazier, who was a superintendent when I was a young student here in MNPS, went on to be active in the community and devoted to his wife, Barbara, who is also a former educator here at MNPS. He will be remembered this Friday at a visitation and memorial service at Creewood United Methodist Church. My prayers are with his family and many friends and colleagues who have been touched by Mr. Frazier over the years. Let's pause for just a moment of silence. Thank you. All right, board members, this is our final meeting of the 23-24 school year as we get ready for graduation season that kicks off tomorrow. And we have a lot of outstanding students, educators, and support staff members to celebrate tonight. I'm excited to start with the Academies of Nashville Students of the Year. Each of these 12 students, that's one from each of our 12 zone high schools, has gone above and beyond in striving for excellence and representing our schools and the academies. Our internationally known model of rigorous, relevant education and small learning communities that expose our students to career pathways throughout their high school experience. These students are leaders in and out of the classroom. They have excelled academically and in a wide variety of extracurricular activities, clubs, sports, you name it. They have been great ambassadors for their schools and members of my director student cabinet. They have served their schools and their community well. Before I introduce these student leaders, I want to thank their principals, their academy coaches, their teachers, their parents, and other caregivers, the business partners who work with the academies, and everyone else who has played a role in their lives through their high school careers and their success. Also, a special thank you to Dan Phillips, the Director of the Academies of Nashville and Career and Technical Education for MNPS, and everyone on that team. And thank you to Deloitte and Pencil for sponsoring our Student of the Year program once again this year and giving each of these students some supplies to help them start the next chapters of their lives after graduation. So let's hear about our Academies of Nashville Students of the Year. Students, I ask that you please come up to the podium and just turn and face this admiring audience when I call your name, and then we'll take a group photo at the end. All right, from Antioch High School. Yep. We have Edom Abaole from the Academy of Teaching and Service. Edom will attend the University of Tennessee, Knoxville in the fall. Edom, if you're here, come on up. From Cane Ridge High School, the Student of the Year is Victorina Cunningham from the Academy of Law, who is on her way to Tennessee State University. From Glencliff High School, we have Yasmin Castillo from the Academy of Health and Hospitality, who will be attending Lipscomb University. From Hillsborough High School, the Student of the Year is Sarah Soliman from the U.S. Community Credit Union Academy of IB and Communications. Sarah is on her way to Belmont University. From Hunters Lane High School, we have Zariah Longmire from the Academy of Health and Human Services, IB Academy. Zariah will attend Kentucky State University. From James Lawson High School, our newest high school, the first Academies of Nashville Student of the Year is Natalie Martinez from the Academy of Health and Sciences, who is on her way to Vanderbilt University. From I'm coming. I'm not moving fast enough. From Maplewood High School, we have Brandon Anthony from the Academy of Health, Science, and STEM. Brandon will be attending Tennessee State University on a full-ride Trailblazing to TSU scholarship. From McGavick High School, we have Eva Pratt from the Academy of Digital Design and Communication. Eva will be a freshman this fall at Florida International University. From John Overton High School, the Student of the Year is Alex Zambrano from the Academy of Interdisciplinary Research. Alex will be attending the University of Oregon. From Pearl Cone High School, the Student of the Year will look familiar because she is also the Pearl Cone salutatorian, and that is Damon Cotton from the Academy of Entertainment Industry. They didn't let me finish. She is on her way to Belmont on a full-ride Bell Tower scholarship. From Stratford STEM Magnet High School, we have Nadia Clark from the Academy of National Safety and Science and Teaching. And she will be attending Belmont on a full-ride Bell Tower scholarship. And from Whites Creek High School, the Academies of Nashville Student of the Year is Darren Jennings from the Academy of Alternative Energy, Community Health, and Law. And Darren also is on his way to Belmont University on a full-ride Bell Tower scholarship. All right, y'all. I'm going to ask you again to give it up one more time for our Academies of Nashville Students of the Year. If you all can turn and join us up front for a quick photo, we'd appreciate it.
You get through.
Come on. Everybody should have a school that was supposed to be represented, so we'll take everybody.
I really like your dress.
How was that for Chris? So
It's so cute, right?
Remember when I was tiny?
Oh, no, I was gonna say, I would not pull that off. So cute. So maybe a top and like. I'm gonna stand on the side.
One, two, three.
All right, let's put up for the.
Not in Morocco.
But Sharon, I didn't fall. Let's put that mental health insurance.
All right, so congratulations again to all of our Academies of Nashville Students of the Year. We're so proud of you all, and we're so excited to see your future plans. Congratulations again. So our next recognition goes to our MNPS Human Resources Department for its work to create a healthy workforce. Cigna created this award to honor clients who positively influence their employee population's health and vitality by nurturing a healthy work culture. At this time, I'd like to invite up Cindy Sexton from Cigna to make the presentation.
First off, wow, that is a tough act to follow. Congratulations again to all the students. My name is Tony Doyle. I'm the existing business sales manager here locally for Cigna Healthcare. The Cigna Healthy Workforce designation is a distinct honor created to recognize clients who positively influence their employee population's health and vitality by nurturing a healthy work culture. As an industry leader in health engagement, Cigna Healthcare wants to support employers who recognize that healthy workforces drive business growth. Your well-being program is essential to reducing employee stress and burnout and establishing healthy practices throughout your organization. Higher vitality is linked to a more motivated, connected, and a positive workforce. The Healthy Workforce designation evaluates organizations based on core components of their well-being program, including their leadership, culture, program foundations and execution, policies, and accommodations. Organizations recognized with this distinction set the standard for excellence for organizational health and vitality. Cigna Healthcare is proud to honor Metropolitan Nashville Public Schools with the Gold designation for having a healthy work culture for 2023. And Gold is the highest level of achievement. Congratulations, and thank you for your partnership with Cigna Healthcare.
So thank you all, Cigna, for your leadership, for your partnership. At this time, I'd like to invite up our Chief of Human Resources, Lisa Spencer, and the entire team to join you all at the podium to accept this award and for us to just celebrate them for their amazing leadership. So, team, please come on up.
While we have you, since you're here, first of all, close my mouth there. Don't get it. I would put it in a box. Save the box. Try to find that flag. You know what? It's funnier when I say it.
All right. Thank you again, Cigna, for being here, for recognizing the great work happening in Metro Nashville Public Schools. Thank you to our entire human resources team, specifically our benefits and health team. We appreciate all that you do. Thank you. All right. I'm excited about this one. I'm excited about all of them, but I'm really excited about this one. I had the pleasure of sitting down with this next group of students a few weeks ago for one of the most enjoyable interviews I've ever experienced. Johnson Learning Center started the Hawks Talk podcast in 2023, and the students you're about to meet have taken it and run with it. They have an impressive technology setup. It is very impressive. And they asked me some impressive questions, maybe a little difficult at times as well. I stayed longer than I had planned because I was enjoying the back and forth so much, even after we finished recording. These students have stepped up to create something great, and I couldn't be prouder of them and the educators who are working alongside them every single day. You can find Hawks Talk on Spotify, Apple, Podcasts, and other podcast platforms. And when you listen, you'll know that these are the faces behind the voices. Or if you don't hear them, you'll know that they're running the control board and checking the microphone levels. So let's welcome the following students from Johnson Learning Center and y'all, let's brag on just the phenomenal work they're leading in their school community. I'm gonna call you up by name. Your names deserve to be called. We have Lavender Barnes.
Oh, she's wearing lavender.
Preston King. Preston, come on up. Morgan Lampley. Jorge Castro Lopez. Amarie Masson. Madison Magruder. Agathon Riyad. And Corey Robinson. And I would be remiss if we didn't also take a moment to give a hand and a thank you to the following staff members for working so well with these students to make this dream come true. Charles Black, come on up. Tracy Gaddy. Troy Kahana. and Principal Myron Franklin. And I'm not sure if he's here because I can't see all the way out in the crowd. I do want to also thank Jerome Moore, who is a distinguished and accomplished podcaster here in Nashville with his deep dish conversations. He has also been helping the students get everything up and running. So this has been a team effort, giving us an opportunity to showcase the brilliance that exists every day at Johnson. So thank you so much, students and educators, and let's give it up for them one more time. They were brilliant. They were brilliant. All right, who, TK, okay.
I know, I like her.
Cute.
I'm just gonna stand in the back. Yeah, might as well.
All right, ready? 1, 2.
All right, so I will tell you the podcast that I had a pleasure of recording with these fine students part 1 has already dropped. Part 2 will drop tonight after 7 p.m. So I hope you have an opportunity to tune in and listen to the great conversation we had. Then I was asked to stop because somebody else wants to say something.
Yes, I do. So is Mr. Principal Franklin still in the space?
Yeah, there he is.
So Principal Franklin and I have talked ad nauseum about the potential of this school. And this is someone who has never given up on what he knew, not believed, not thought, not felt, but what he knew. Don't sit down. What he knew the students in this building deserved, the opportunities that should be afforded to them. And he and I have had the conversation, and I have challenged Dr. Battle to elevate these students. Because these aren't students that just grew up and cropped up out of the floors of that building. These are the same students who are sitting in every other district school who made a choice one day. They made a choice one day that placed them in a different space, that didn't make them less of a student, that didn't make them less of an MNPS part of this organization, a part of this body. And I want you all to know, if you haven't figured it out yet, that you got somebody that's not giving up on you all. So I want to thank the students. And if you think I'm crying, you're mistaken.
It's the rain.
I want to thank the students for leaning into that extended opportunity to show up with your full potential, to show up with the skills and talents that you have, no matter where you are, no matter where you go. And I want to thank you on behalf of MNPS for just allowing us to put another feather of greatness in our cap. Because every student is known in this district, and I want you to believe and understand that this program and this opportunity is because we know you. We see you, we believe in you, we're here to support you, and this is only the beginning of what's happening, a tip of the iceberg of what's happening in that building for these students. So thank you, everybody. Thank you, Dr. Battle.
And I'm not going to belabor this, but we talked about that day. In the podcast, right? All right. We talked about that. Listen to the podcast because just being another student who sat in the same seats that you all sat in, we talked about decision making, but we also talked about your talents. We talked about your aspirations. Go get it. I told you the sky's the limit. Go get it. And we're here to support you. In fact, the day we did the podcast, it was my 5th year anniversary as superintendent of MNPS, and I didn't even realize it until later that day, and they had me reflecting and connecting some dots. And so I thank you all. Thank you for allowing me to spend as much time as I spent with you on that day. And to the staff, just kudos. Thank you for the tremendous work you lead every day. Thank you. Principal Franklin, thank you. All right, let's see, has Lanaya had an opportunity to make it? Okay, can I? Okay, all right. All right, so we're going to just switch order just a little bit, and hopefully she'll be here in just a few minutes. We do want to take an opportunity to recognize the employees who have recently reached 30 or 40 years of working in the district and serving the students and families and staff of Metro Nashville Public Schools. We already honored them at a separate event, but we wanted to make sure they got a chance to feel the love from the entire board and the viewing public. So please keep your eyes on the screens as their names and positions roll by. And if any of these long-serving employees are here with us tonight, please also stand so that we can recognize you because you are in the midst. All right, so let's call our attention to the screens so that we can, we do have some of our employees with us. Let's give them a round of applause. Thank you all.
We like your diet and your pill regimen, please, vitamins.
Thank you all for your service. And as I look out over the crowd, just having the pleasure to have worked with so many of you for so many years, we greatly appreciate you, all that you have done and continue to do for MNPS. So again, thank you and congratulations. And we'll continue to let the names scroll for those who could not be here as well, so we can acknowledge them.
She wants a picture.
Why don't y'all come on up so we can get a picture? Come on up. She said, I'm working hard. I didn't come here for nothing. Who identifies?
All right. 1, 2.
Thirty more.
Did she make it? Can some dish? All right, so again, congratulations to our service award winners and to everyone who has been recognized thus far. Okay. All right, so.
Oh, that was a good joke from the.
She's already heard this, so maybe I can give the background of why she's coming. All right, so next up, we are going to be recognizing one of our students by the name of Lanaya Lawrence. Lanaya is a junior at Nashville Big Picture High School who is a big star in the Boys and Girls Club. Lanaya is the 2024 Boys and Girls Clubs of Middle Tennessee Youth of the Year and has won $22,500 in scholarships.
Wow.
Youth of the Year is the highest honor a Boys and Girls Club member can receive. The Youth of the Year program recognizes young people for their outstanding leadership, service, academic excellence, dedication to health and well-being. Lanaya has been a Boys and Girls Club member for 11 years. She also has served as junior staff and as a BA Star ambassador for the clubs. For the past 2 years, she has been chosen as one of the 5 teams to represent the organization at Boys and Girls Clubs of America Summit for America's Youth in Washington, D.C. Lanaya is also a member of the National Honor Society and enjoys cosmetology and entrepreneurship. After high school, she would like to attend either Tennessee State University or Clark Atlanta University and become an ultrasound technician. Lanaya does an excellent job representing Metro Nashville Public Schools, as well as the Boys and Girls Clubs of the Nashville community. As we're waiting for Lanaya to walk in, I also want to give a shout out to Eric Higgs, who is the CEO of the Boys and Girls Clubs of Middle Tennessee, for all of his support for our schools. He is very active in many of our community partnership cohorts, and we appreciate him serving our city and serving on behalf of our young people. She is not in here right now, but we are going to give a roaring round of applause to Lanaya for this great accomplishment. So we will conclude now, and when she gets here, if we're at a good point, we will stop and recognize Lanaya for this tremendous accomplishment. With that, Board Chair, I'll turn it back over to you.
Thank you. That was an exciting amount of awards and recognitions. And we will absolutely, if you'll just signal to me when we can move over. So that gets us to public participation for our meeting. We have a few names. I'll wait for, they're already up. Wow, look at us. They're already up on the screen. For public participation, we have 2 minutes for each participant. We have a fancy new machine. You might have seen it get knocked down. It's, which is nobody's individual assistance or problems. It is because it's a string across the stage. It's right here in front of us. So you can see it while you're speaking. It will turn yellow when you have a minute left, and then it will start flashing at you when you have 30 seconds, and then it will turn red. So it will help you kind of visually prepare for your 2 minutes. If you will kind of look at where your name is and get in line as you can, that would be great. But we'll start first with a Mr. Chris Moth. I do not see. And that gets us to Isabella Alvarez. No. Is that you?
No, Amy.
I was like, that's your Amy, aren't you? Okay. So that gets us to Amy Powell. I'm so sorry, you don't have to tell us where you live, but you can tell us your district if you would like to.
I live in District 4. All right. Last fall, Ms. Masters brought forth a policy proposal focused on academic magnet pathways, but it has not been discussed further by the board. Since then, the following has occurred. First, the grade configuration changes at MLK Magnet were announced and met with great opposition from MLK teachers, parents, and students. And since then, a few longtime MLK middle school teachers have announced they will be leaving at the end of this school year. Second, multiple errors with this year's school lottery process. One error resulted in a reported 340 students set to be in the 6th grade at MEGS next year. These students will all have a guaranteed pathway to Hume Fogg if they meet qualifications, even though Hume Fogg only has 225 seats per grade level and no current plan to expand. While that school expands in seats per grade, multiple zoned middle schools currently have declining enrollment and are projected to have fewer than 200 total students. I checked today and there were like 3 or 4 of those. One in North Nashville has fewer than 140. In light of all these developments, I would like to request that you revisit Ms. Masters' policy proposal. This is an opportune time to study the issues surrounding academic magnets, advanced academics in all zoned middle schools, including maybe adding high school math in all middle schools for 8th graders. Middle school enrollment and utilization of district resources, in addition to scrutinizing our lottery process. Many improvements could be made without eliminating all of the automatic pathways. I encourage you to form a study group or task force comprised of teachers, parents, and students to make recommendations to the board and district leaders. This could be done in a similar fashion to the East Nashville Schools Committee that was formed during Dr. Register's time as director. If this isn't feasible, please at least hold a retreat to discuss this. Thank you very much.
Ooh, perfect, and that is a sound.
Christian still had Jones there.
I would say she's at
Jones.
she's at Jones.
At our school.
Okay. And then that gets us to Martha Lopez.
Good afternoon, Dr. Battle, Board Chair, board members, and student board members. My name is Martha Lopez, better known as Lopez. I reside in D4, Dr. Bertina's district. I'm a parent to 2 current McGavick graduates, and I have a rising senior currently. I would like to take this opportunity to say I appreciate our board and staff for their continued work to improve our schools, to support all employees therein and in turn our students. As well, that we have been fortunate enough that our city council has continued to step up to keep us funded and then some, unlike our state. I've been a very active parent, stakeholder in my community for the entirety of my children's school lives. I've been very fortunate to see positive changes and improvements in various areas of our district, especially in mine. Although we could use a little bit more love, newer buildings, hint, hint. I simply started by volunteering in my children's classroom to being a room parent, joining the PTO, the PAC, as well as sat on the McGavick Band Booster in many roles. I have seen what happens to the community when the community supports its cluster schools, students, and staff. It is amazing. But I've also seen what happens when they don't. It is very disheartening, especially when it's the students who end up suffering. I just want to make a point to come up and speak out to my fellow community members, fellow MNPS parents, to ask them to get involved, stay involved at every level, but especially the school education level, not just for your own child, for those children in their same grade level, the children above them, and especially the children to come. So parents, stakeholders, and community members, come further help improve our schools. Join when and where you can. Go to a game at your local school, even if your student is not in that school. Amazing things happen when we use our voice for positive changes or bring light to things that need improvement. Our children are watching, and it is up to give them those examples on how to improve. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, that will bring us back to our awards and recognitions. We may. So for that, I'm going to turn it back over to Dr. Battle.
All right, so Lanaya, before you got here, we celebrated you for all of your accomplishments in representing Big Picture High School, Metro Schools, and the Boys and Girls Club of Middle Tennessee so well. Congratulations to you for being named Youth of the Year, and also congratulations to you on your scholarship that you won. We wish you the best. We've talked about your talents and loving cosmetology and entrepreneurship and your future goals. So I'd ask for you to come on up to the podium so we can recognize you and celebrate you for your excellence. Well, I should ask her to speak because she hosted the annual gala for the Boys and Girls Club and did a magnificent job. But we're gonna let you off the hook tonight and just congratulate you, and we would love to get a photo with you.
To you. What did y'all want to? I'm stuck. Come on. I want to say that when people are in the corner. My bag is gonna take it. That's fantastic. So
Let's get this one. And those of you who are here supporting one night, we'd love for you to join in on the church about.
One, two.
Everybody just super good night. You don't come on else. Honey, I'm fine. We're here to celebrate.
One, two.
Hold on, one more. Sorry. I'm done. Congratulations, sweetie. We all go. That's like moving out. You see, I put my phone over here. I see.
One.
No, that was not the rich man's walking behind the picture. Yeah.
Wait a minute. I want to be in the picture in the back. Sometimes I'm like this.
Hello, everyone here.
Thank you, Lanaya, for coming, and thank you for making it. We are so excited to celebrate you, and I appreciate everyone's flexibility for letting us return back to her. So thank you for coming. Okay, that gets us to our governance issues and our consent agenda. We have adopted the agenda as listed. If there are no objections to doing so, these items will be adopted. Do we have any objections? Okay, well then, seeing no objections, these items are adopted by unanimous consent. And we will move on from consent agendas. That gets us to our board reports. Before our meeting today, we had a budget and finance meeting, so I will first turn it over to Vice Chair Player, who serves as budget chair, to go over that.
Hello, everyone. We passed the first draft of the 2024-25 operating budget. We'll present the budget to Metro Council Budget Committee this Thursday, the 16th, at 4 p.m. in council chambers, as we've gotten our first initial allocation from Mayor O'Connell. And now we have submitted a draft budget. Now we're waiting for council to make any changements and then change to the budget. And after that, we will come back and pass a final budget in June as per our normal process. So thank you, board members. I also just want to take a point of personal privilege of thanking Director Cumbro and Mayor O'Connell. We had the State of Metro today for helping us get through our fiscal bridge. As you've probably heard in the news, there's a lot of school districts that are making some really tough financial decisions coming up, particularly with layoffs of hundreds of employees. And I really want to thank the mayor and Director Crumbo for working with our Director of Schools, Dr. Battle, and our finance team to make sure that we are not in that situation. That we are in a very fortunate situation right now where we have very minimal tough decisions to make. And so I just want to thank the cooperation that we have together with Metro General Government and MNPS of where we are right now, because this could be really a different situation. And so I just want to thank everyone for their cooperation and working together as a team. And that's all I have.
Thank you so much. That gets us to evaluation. So I will turn that over to Dr. Berthena Nabala-McKinney.
Thank you, Chair Elrod. Yesterday, board members, you should have received Dr. Battle's third quarter evaluation. The deadline to complete the evaluation is next Monday, May the 20th. By end of business. So if you could all, I know we all have busy weeks starting with graduation, so if you could all work diligently to walk through the evaluation process and provide feedback in our system. And again, the deadline is May 20th. If you have any questions or have any concerns, please reach out to myself or board member Block, as well as any of the staff that are listed in that email. If you have any questions, and I know Ms. Fain, you are new to the evaluation process, so we will be scheduling an orientation for you on how to complete the evaluation and go through that process. So thank you all so much for your timely feedback, so that Dr. Battle can use that information as we finish out the school year. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That gets us to announcements. For that, I will start with our senior board member, Ms. Elena.
It kind of dawned on me on the way here, and I was like, I think this is my last board meeting. So, right?
You cannot escape us.
I might pop in. I might pop in. So just dawned on me because just left IB testing, so don't have anything prepared. But I do want to thank everyone, if I'm not back, I do want to thank everyone who has, helped me along the way, all the board members, Dr. Battle, all the chiefs, all the central office staff, and teachers and principals and community partners, and just everyone who has poured into me over the last 2 years. This has been a very, very great privilege of mine to serve in this position. And so I'm excited for the future, but I'm very, very grateful for this opportunity and to be a part of this school district. So, mwah.
Okay. That gets us to,
District 2.
nope, that's me, District 3. Does it?
All right. This was a fun night. Lots of exciting things happening. I want to congratulate Stratford on the opening of their beehive today, including a contribution from TVA to help support that work. Obviously, I love Stratford, but I love the direction we're going as a district when we're supporting programs like this. I think it's so important. And thank you, Board Member Mays, for representing, since I wasn't able. And Nabala McKinney. Ooh, I love it when you put the call out because you can't be at something at one of your schools. I love how other people flock to it. And I ended up with a T-shirt, so. And a backpack. And and a pen that Mr. Moore brought me. So, ooh, and a cup. Oh my gosh. So much swag, so much Stratford swag. I'm excited. Speaking of Stratford, I wanted to congratulate their new Lady Spartans basketball coach, who was recently announced. William Cummings has been selected as the new head girls basketball coach at Stratford High School. So I'm looking forward to watching them play next year. Also, while I'm talking about fun things happening in District 3, Goodlettsville Elementary School has won another design award. I mean, I know, it just keeps happening, y'all. Outstanding Project Award winner in the Spring 2024 edition of Learning by Design Magazine's Educational Facilities Design Awards. And if you have not had a chance to get over there and go down the slide, I highly recommend you do so. ASAP. You did. And I'm also just looking forward to graduations. I've got Cora Howe and Hunters Lane this week, Stratford next week. I know we all love this time of year, and I just want to give some advice to my colleagues to just take a deep breath and enjoy it. I know it can get a little bit overwhelming. May, as a school board member, is something else. So I'm excited for everybody with everything that you're about to embark upon. And also just be sure you're getting enough rest and you're hydrating.
Yes, Mommy.
District 4.
Thank you. I have a few announcements. First off, I want to congratulate all the students and families who are graduating this year as I kick off the first graduation at the Academy of Opry Mills at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. So I'm really excited for all the students and their families, excited for all the teachers and support staff who poured into them, as well as their families who supported them and poured into them as well. Really want to congratulate everyone. The second thing is I also want to congratulate our retirees. We kind of turned the retiree party into a 120-day party. Recruitment fair, yeah. But really excited for our retirees who have worked tirelessly over the years to support our students across our community. And a special congratulations to two of my principals at DuPont Elementary and McGavick Elementary School. So wishing them all the best. Also, I have an announcement around the NAACP is hosting the Ida B. Wells Youth Oratorical Contest. And applications opened on May 1st, and the application deadline is May 22nd. I will post that information and send it out to all board members so that you can post that information and it's for students between the ages of 10 to 19. So if you know any student who would be interested in participating in that, we will have that posted out. And also, again, congratulations to Stratford STEM. Amazing opportunity to build on sustainability and the work that they're doing through the research program that they have over there. So really want to highlight that. And I will say I was bossed today because I am allergic to bees, but went to that celebration anyway and prayed throughout that. And so came out on the other side. So you guys have a wonderful next few weeks as you end the school year. And thank you, all of you, for all you do. Thank you.
District 5.
I wanted to piggyback and congratulate all the graduates. This is a really, really huge time of your life. I will be attending my first graduations as a first board member, so I'm super excited about that. I did hear that it goes pretty fast for the most part, so. Oh, it's a oh, okay. Well, still looking forward to it. If you feel like celebrating and again, celebrating the state champs of Pearl Cone, we are having our athletic banquet this Thursday at the Martin Center starting at 5:30. And I'm kind of biased because, I mean, I'm a football mom, but yeah, we will be congratulating the boys and hopefully giving their rings on Thursday. So, yeah, big stuff.
District 6?
Yes, and Board Member Fain, wear your flat shoes. That's all I'm going to say to you.
I heard.
Yes.
I did get that
Yes.
as a note too.
So really quickly, just a few announcements. It was a great week in Southeast Nashville, just saying. Our very own Jelly Roll came back to visit Antioch High School, and it was an amazing day. And you may have seen Miss Beeman, who was retiring, was here, and she is.
40 years of service, she's never retired yet.
Yeah, I told her that. Yeah, I told her retirement is off the table. So yeah, we'll talk about that. But that's the second time I've taken somebody's retirement off the table this week. Not that I have any power to do that. But so it was a really amazing visit from Jelly Roll. Our students loved it. And there were a few surprising moments. He is an amazing young man. And I say that because he was intentional about spending time with our students as opposed to adults always trying to be in the space. But he was very intentional about spending time with our students. And he made a few announcements. And one that I'm going to share publicly, that I can share publicly, is that he committed to spending or sending $85,000 to the Save the Music program in support of Metro Nashville Public Schools. So that is huge. And also, 3 of our high school bands will be participating in CMA Fest this year. Stratford, Cane Ridge, and Antioch High School bands will all be a part of CMA Fest this year. So that's also a great opportunity for our young people. So big thank you and a big shout out to Antioch High School's own Jelly Roll for coming back and supporting. And he did give a mini concert to the students. And one of the things he said was, I don't think they're going to know my music. And he was pleasantly surprised when the kids started singing along with them. And he kind of got a tear too. So it was a great opportunity for them to get to know him and for him to be in that space again. And also, just one other quick announcement. On May 16th, this coming Thursday, we will celebrate the Senior Sunset event at Cane Ridge High School. And that is when our seniors, after rehearsal, will spend their last time at Cane Ridge High School. They will have a sunset program that sort of gives them their final goodbye from high school. So if anybody is interested in attending, that program will start at 7 o'clock on Thursday evening. So thank you, and that is all for District 6.
District 7?
Past couple weeks have been really good. I'll let Aaron talk a little bit more about it probably, but we had a great lunch meeting with the peer group. We got to nerd out on data, which was fun. I even said I wish it was 4 hours instead of 2 once I start getting into it. But it was just a great way to see the work we do have actual data and research behind it, and that we're just not sitting here just kind of making up stuff, but with actually the concepts and theories have been tested and proven and show where we can make improvement, things that are working. And just, it was a really just refreshing way to look at the work that we do and have a great partner in Vanderbilt with that. So I had to recall after 20 years, some statistic stuff from master's degree, which I totally forgot, but it started slowly coming back. So that was a great thing. And then also the Day of Discovery that we had at the Nashville Zoo, which was really fun to learn about the different animals and to see our middle school kids from Croft and Oliver, McMurray. It was so cute to see them, like, especially coming off of the peer event, how so similar you see people with doctors and masters, and then you see our little middle school kids doing the exact same kind of presentation. It was very heartwarming to see the connection. And then also we had a great graduation at Vanderbilt for the Math and Science Center, and a great joke that I loved was like, how do you turn gold into soup? You had 24 carats. So that was one. Yeah, wonk, wonk, wonk. That, yeah. So that was one of the jokes, but just to see our children really just step up and know the vast economic challenges and rigor that they go through and succeed was very well to see that happen. So it was a great week going into graduation that we really, I really enjoy with my colleagues.
District 8?
I will talk a little bit more about peer, but I actually, one of the things I loved most about it was was Frida geeking out. It was really fun to see. So I actually just wanted to take a second on the peer partnership to say thank you to Chief Chin and her team, Dr. Stinson, Abby, folks who have been really engaged in making this research practice partnership happen. And to Dr. Battle and staff, one of the things we've talked about with evaluation a couple of times is often things that we either say here in board meetings or that we put in as feedback to our evaluation with Dr. Battle show up places. And one of the places that a bunch of that stuff showed up was in the peer symposium and in the work that Vanderbilt is doing. And in particular, the rapid response work that is happening, meaning really short-term, under 6 months, research projects with high-quality researchers doing the work is super innovative and a national model. So thank you to Chief Chin and team, to Dr. Battle and the rest of the team. It was super fun. I wanted to take a second to recognize Jerry Altieri, who's the retiring principal at Harris Hillman School. He has been there, a long time, 20 years, something of that nature, a little less than that. Yeah. And is retiring this year. And Harris Hillman is it's a really, really special place. And he has done an amazing job leading that school for so many years, and grateful to him. And then the Hillsborough boys lacrosse team which is a club team, but they are in the state championship game this Friday, May 17th at Nolensville High School at 7:45 p.m. So good luck to the Burrows. And Elena, I'm very excited to see you at graduation. We're not allowed to do anything crazy, but I have a couple of ideas and we can freak Dr. Battle out on the stage. Sounds good. Thanks.
District 9.
So several things, both the Lawson baseball team and the Lawson softball team were the regular season champions and the district tournament champions. And so I just want to take a minute to let them know how proud of them we are. I know our boys baseball team made it 2 rounds into regional play before they lost, and we're so proud of how far they got, and we look forward to seeing what they're going to do next season. Our softball team, I think, is still in the region tournament, so we're keeping our fingers crossed. And then also we have the Bellevue Picnic, which happens every year and is fabulous. And it will take place this Saturday from 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. and it'll be held behind Bellevue Middle School. So if you want to come out for that, there's always a lot of really cool stuff going on there. And it's just a neat community event where you can get to know the people who live around you. So hope to see y'all there.
Thank you. We have had some busy weeks, as mentioned, which always happens in May. And I know they're busy for us as individual school board members, but it's also extremely busy for all of our staff, whether that's those people that are here in the room with us now, other people within the support hub, or of course, our teachers and educators and school support staff. So I really enjoyed signing day, and I want to thank Dr. Chin and the other staff members that worked really hard on putting that together, along with, of course, the peer symposium as well. And I know that was a lot of work to try to organize that during an already busy end of the year timeline. The SSMV graduation happened last weekend, and I had the honor of getting to speak there again. I always enjoy doing so, so I appreciated that. To add to the end of year fun, I just want to make sure that all of us as board members are aware that this Thursday is the Metro Council budget hearing. So it would be so lovely if y'all could be there. It'll be at 4:00 is when we're talking about the budget that we voted on today and discussed this afternoon. Also on Thursday, if you're so inclined, Vice Chair Player and myself will be at Croft Middle School as they celebrate their 20th anniversary of being open. So that'll be exciting as well. Then we also had this week our retirement celebration, which I did say was a 120-day recruitment fair, which again, I don't really have the power to do. But I thought it was a nice turn of events. And but I wanted to congratulate all those retirees and the people that were here that we got to see again for all of their dedication to us at MNPS. And on a personal note, I wanted to say congratulations to the current executive principal at Shane, Donna Gill, who is retiring, and we got to celebrate last night. Beyond that, I know we have a number of graduations. Ms. Cameo Bobo sent us that graduation grid of all the people that have signed up. And when you signed up, if you have any questions or concerns or have any changes, please just let us know about those. And we have one more thing.
I will be really quick, but since this is the last board meeting before the end of the school year, I want to send a shout out and congratulations to the Lady Firebirds of Pearl-Cohn High School who won this year's flag football championship last weekend. For those of you who are keeping score, that means the boys won the football championship in the fall and the girls won in the spring. So they're super excited about that. And I also want to acknowledge Dan Mills Elementary School, the Dragons won our elementary soccer championship. So kudos to just,
Well, not my alma mater, but it feels like it.
just our students have an opportunity to showcase their talent. So just want to say congratulations. Antioch High School boys won the district soccer championship. I think that tournament is still going, so hopefully we'll have an update soon. Thank you.
Incredible. I guess on that note of celebrating students, we also have for board members, if you're able to attend on the 23rd, is the half day of school, but it's also when we're going to be interviewing our student board members. And so we obviously will have some leaving us, though sad as it may be. There is a lot of big shoes to fill there. We have some mixed emotions on that, as we do every year, but we'll see. I mean, I'll see you next week. But during that time, if you have any questions or if you are able to attend, it would be lovely to have you. Please let Member Mays know about that. And I appreciate your work of organizing it, and I'm excited to meet those students as well. With that, be there no further business, and of course, the impending rain, as it sounds like, be there no further business, this meeting is adjourned.
This has been a service of the Metro Nashville Network. If you would like to see this presentation again, or for more information on this and other programs, visit nashville.gov.